Through my research, and recently through my teaching in the gerontology program, I have also been made more conscious of my own aging, and the physical changes that I see every day have forced that, really. But I've also become aware of my own mortality and what that means and how to live with that knowledge. But most importantly, I've learned a great deal from older people about living and living well and long. This man was in a wheelchair. He was very frail. He was hunched over in the wheelchair, and I had a very difficult time engaging him. I had to get very close, bend down, and I was administering a test that had 30 items, and he had to get at least 5 or 6 correct in order to be in the study. And he was missing nearly all of them, including those for orientation to time and place. He wasn't sure where he was. But he had finally gotten 5 right, so he needed 1 more. And for the very last difficult item, requiring him to write a complete sentence, he first asked me to spell my name. And I thought, he will never be able to do this, but I spelled my name, and he wrote it down and continued to write, and with much effort and a tremulous hand, and he wrote and then translated for me. When I couldn't read his writing, I had to ask him to help me, tell me what this says, and he reads, "Allyson, I am very pleased to have met you." And that incident changed my life in so many ways. I learned never to assume anything about anybody. Although many older adults continue to contribute in important ways to their communities well into their 70s, 80s, and 90s, the overall care burden for older adults is increasing with their increasing numbers. Gerontologists have the perspective and the expertise to develop and implement models of practice for frail elders, as well as to develop policies and programs to optimize opportunities for those many older adults who are thriving or who are faring well enough. And a quote that also speaks deeply to me, and I hope to my students, is one from Joan Erickson, who was the life and intellectual partner of the psychologist Erik Erikson. And she writes, "The life cycle nearly complete, we are called to become more and more human. In the beginning, we are what we are given. By midlife, when we have finally learned to stand on our own 2 feet, we learn that to complete our lives, we are called to give to others, so that when we leave this world, we can be what we have given."